What other body-mind connections have you found really helpful? Do you meditate regularly?
Yes.
Any other
Yeah,
things you'd like to share?
I do. I find in terms of if you want healing that directly produces an effect in the physical body, you have to look for a modality that integrates the mind with the body. So that's why I like the EFT tapping, because you have the mental process of verbalizing and venting and then reframing to a new possibility. But at the same time, you're tapping through all of the acupuncture points. So you're accessing the meridian body and you're moving the energy, the etheric body into flow. So anything that accesses about hypnotherapy is the same thing. You can, you go into basically meditative state and then you dialogue with the subconscious. And a lot of people are combining hypnotherapy with tapping now as well to get the etheric body involved. Craniosacral therapy, which is done at that level of somato-emotional release. So, you have levels of craniosacral, and you have levels of myofascial as well. Like John F. Barnes, who's kind of the father of myofascial release, he teaches physiotherapists how to move myofascial from just a tissue manipulation to this space of holding space for possibility. And he will have people on his table, their bodies will recreate the accident scene, for example, and they'll go into these unbelievable contortions that you think they're going to break their neck, but the body is doing it entirely on its own. And they are just energetically support. And what the body is doing is going back to the point of trauma to unwind and release it from this new reality of you are supported and you are safe. And we are helping you work through. So he has an amazing program. And then even just craniosacral, which is a lot more accessible for people, as long as someone is level 2 or higher, they can use the craniosacral and, the cerebrospinal fluid and the rhythms of the bodies to get you into, well, what are the emotions and the trauma held in the actual tissues and cells of your body? And then you'll get it. You'll get like a memory. And it could be from childhood, something you completely repressed. It could be, again, something that's happening in your daily life that you didn't realize is harmful for you. But as the person, kind of moves your neck into that position or does whatever, all of a sudden that will come full front in your mind and you might start crying or you might just have a realization and then you can deal with it and release it. So that I find really, really awesome. And then for meditation, I prefer in terms of, there's just your, your Zen meditation or your mantra meditation. And that I find is really useful as more of a stress reliever technique, where you can just drop into the space in between and leave the time-space continuum for a while and sit in that space. That's really good. But if you want kind of more, I think more of this engagement of the mind with the body, because that the mantra and the Zen meditation, the Buddhist meditation is more transcendence of the body. And I think that's helpful, but I don't love that as much as I love recognizing that the body is the densest part of the soul. So we're not looking to transcend the physical. Why did you incarnate? If transcendence and bliss and nirvana exists when you transcend this physical body, this container, and you are your true self, why did you incarnate? Kill yourself. Done. You're there. You're back in spirit. You're fully, why are we here? Why are we in the physical body? But if we switch it and we go, the body is the densest part of the soul. It is not something to be transcended. It is not something to move beyond and then into our true bliss. But it is something to have that integrated even unto the physical form. That kind of changes everything. And so, and that, in my experience, is what produces physical healing and shift in the physical body. Transcending the physical body will make you feel awesome, will, bring down your, down-regulate your nervous system and provide, beneficial effects to your blood pressure and all those types of things. But if you have something like IBD, where you're looking for a deeper level of healing within the actual tissues and cells and, your mucosal lining and for things like that, then I find a guided meditation is a lot better, because it will put you, then you can go to that place of deep relaxation. You can go to that space of connection with source energy or the divine or whatever name you want to give it. But at the same time, you are actively, opening the chakras, moving energy through the physical body, sending it out your fingertips into Mother Earth, letting Mother Earth take it from you, transmuting it from you, bringing it up from the earth, bring it up from your body, rainbowing out the top of your head. These are the kinds of things, when done in meditative state, that can produce a more lasting change in the physical body. And of course, if you do them, regularly, you can, and then also when so let's say you do that to get your chakras opened up and your energy flowing, and now this densest part of your soul is connected to the highest part of your soul. Now from there, how about you start visualizing the actual piece of physical healing that's needed in your body, in whichever form makes sense to you. So like for some people, for kids, kids are really drawn to, like attacker victor imagery, right? So they may have this like dragon that goes in and eats all of those bad critters running around in their gut. That's a very powerful healing visualization for a child. Now, for me, that's not going to work at all because I don't resonate on that level. So for me, I would have a team of workers going in, and they've got pots of salve, and they're taking it and they're spreading it on the walls of my colon. And then they're setting up a cooling unit. So as it cools all that inflammation and the healing salve, and I can call on the power of the plants. I can ask the spirit of Arnica and the spirit of Comfort to assist as I am, because they're in my salve. And so now we're accessing the plant world, and we're bringing that medicine in. And because we're in meditative state, everything is very fluid, everything is very permeable, and we have access to tools that don't exist on this straight physical world. And so that's more the place that I like to use meditation, and that I see experientially it produces a bigger effect in the physical body.
Laser tapping is something you have to try for yourself to really understand how incredible it is and how well it works and how it integrates the healing through all the levels of yourself. So come on over to lasertapping.com, select one of these free sessions, come do a session with me and experience it for yourself.